Hi everyone, and welcome to a brand new video with Minochu243. And there is a new Death Battle episode that has appeared, and I'm going to react to it as always. And this time it's Sephiroth versus Vergil. It's Final Fantasy versus Devil May Cry. So yeah, I was right. One of these characters is coming from Final Fantasy. I kinda saw that coming, but cool. I don't know much about either of these characters because I have never played a Devil May Cry game. I have pretty much not touched many Final Fantasy games. I have touched only a few of them, so I guess we have to jump into this death battle to see who is going to win this. So, yeah, let's get this over with, I guess. Alright, let's go!
The great philosopher Plato once said, "The measure of a man is what he does with power."
But to these guys, power is the measure of a man.
Sephiroth, the fearsome one-winged angel of Final Fantasy.
And Vergil, the half-demon son of Sparta from Devil May Cry. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
God, let's get this over with, I guess.
Through the millennia, legends were passed of a source of unlimited
Final
energy.
episode of
The
Season
Promised
4.
Land. Unfortunately, all hope of finding this sacred ground had been lost. Until the Shinra Electric Power Company excavated the remains of a being believed to hail from the very land they sought.
They called this weird naked purple lady Jenova and thought that if they could bring her back to life, she could help them find the Promised Land. But apparently, they just didn't have any Phoenix Downs.
If they couldn't resurrect a being who could lead them to the Promised Land, Shinra decided they would simply create their own. After many experiments infusing Jenova's cells with those of a human's, they finally found their savior. His name was Sephiroth.
With hair like that, it's no wonder he was created in a lab. Look at how majestic that mane is.
According to Final Fantasy lore, Sephiroth has to use an entire bottle of shampoo and conditioner every single time he bathes.
Why do you know that? Did you join his fan club or something?
For research.
Yeah.
But Shinra wasn't interested in Sephiroth for his hair. Instead, he was an essential part of their soldier program.
Wait. This electric company has their own private military? I'd hate to miss a payment with those guys, especially if they sent Seph after me. I mean, look at the ridiculously long sword he keeps with him. That's his Masamune. This 7'2" behemoth of a blade is a lot like the Nodachi swords they used back in feudal Japan. But instead of wielding something long with two hands like those, Sephiroth only needs one.
Even that speaks nothing of his effectiveness as a warrior.
Yeah, you know when people spread legends of someone, they usually make him out to be even better than he really is? It's the total opposite with Sephiroth.
With his superhuman speed, strength, and durability, Sephiroth was instrumental in ensuring Shinra's victory in the Wutai War, conquering the last free nation on the planet. He returned home a legend.
But all those warm, fuzzy feelings of victory didn't last long. While on a mission to the town of Nibelheim, Sephiroth found a bunch of books on the Jenova project. That's when he discovered he was a secret science project the whole time.
The truth crushed Sephiroth and drove him mad. In a rage, he annihilated Nibelheim, but was stopped by a mercenary named Cloud Strife. Sephiroth was impaled by the Buster Sword and fell to his death.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. Which is what I would have said if Sephiroth hadn't dropped into a hole in the ground that led him to the giant Windows screensaver called the Lifestream.
The Lifestream is a buried river of energy which basically maintains life across the planet. Normally, merging with the Lifestream is the equivalent of entering the afterlife, but not for Sephiroth.
And this is where things get weird, so buckle up. Still conscious, Sephiroth's essence floated through the Lifestream for years until he absorbed enough energy to rebuild his body. With the energy of the Lifestream, he could control other beings with Jenova's cells,
including the corpse of Jenova, who he manipulated like a puppet and disguised as himself.
Oh, what the hell? That's his mom? Who would do that to their own mom? I I mean, I know she's a genocidal alien monster, but come on! Probably makes a good breakfast.
But Sephiroth's descent into the lifestream offered him even more. It transformed him from a mere super soldier into the most dangerous being on the planet. He's strong enough to throw a man hundreds of feet skyward, move at supersonic speeds, and withstand brutal stab wounds through vital organs.
He's got illusion powers that can trick people by creating an entirely fake scenario. He can lift people with his mind, including himself, and then he can just fly. That's how it works, right?
Additionally, Sephiroth can cast magic thanks to his on-hand materia. Materia is crystallized life energy which grants different powers according to the type of materia used.
This lets Sephi attack with fire, lightning, ice, and earth-based magic. He can block attacks with barrier and reflect, and heal himself with cure and regen. And ever since jumping into the life stream, he's had unlimited access to his magical powers.
With his new godlike abilities, Sephiroth began a plan to stop mankind from drying up the planet's life force.
That doesn't sound so scary. Does that mean he's an environmentalist, or...?
But to do this, he decided to use black materia to summon a giant meteor to destroy the planet and absorb all of its life energy for himself.
So, like, an opposite environmentalist. A planet vampire. I mean, we're talking about a guy who kicked a dude through solid concrete, murdered the crap out of a 30-foot serpent with a spike through the face, and tanked a dragon's flamethrower attack without even getting a teensy bit hurt.
A particularly impressive feat considering this attack was capable of one-shotting fellow soldier Zag Fair.
Wiz, you may need to up your prescription, because that's definitely Cloud.
No, Cloud was just recalling false memories there. It was really Zack. However, it was Cloud who impaled Sephiroth pre-lifestream with the Buster Sword.
And holy God, is it huge! It's like 2 feet wide! You'd think a stab from that thing would just cut him in half. But Seph just kind of shook it off.
And in his rematch with Cloud, he blocked an attack strong enough to crater the metal around him. Considering the diameter of the crater, the surface area of Sephiroth's feet, and assuming the most likely steel composition, I estimate this attack to equal nearly 1,600 tons of force.
Sephiroth can use that wicked sword to stab and lift wannabe heroes by their ribcage, slice through skyscrapers, and shoot energy beams that can shred these huge Mako cannons. And from the life stream, Sephi figured out he could create new bodies or even take on other forms.
These forms greatly resemble certain creatures found in Christian and Jewish mythology.
He certainly looks the part when he goes into his ultimate form.
Regardless, Sephiroth does possess a single black wing, a blatant symbol of his fall from grace.
So basically Final Fantasy does everything it can to not be subtle. Just like Sephiroth's most devastating attack, Supernova, which decimates an entire solar system. Wait, if Seph is that powerful, how does anyone ever beat him?
Don't get the wrong idea here. There's a lot of debate over how Supernova actually works, but I think it's pretty clear that Sephiroth isn't creating the explosion himself. Rather, he's transporting his foes to a specific point in time within an alternate dimension.
Careful, Wiz, don't sell him short.
Just look at it. When he uses the attack, reality literally crumbles away like glass. This is identical to the animation for certain summoned creatures. According to the official Crisis Core Complete Guide, summons draw their targets into their own space in order to attack, and this is no different. In the Dissidia fighting games, Sephiroth goes for the simple approach and opens a dimensional hole to the explosion. The attack is even described as sending destruction even into other dimensions. And if he could summon planet-busting meteors at will, why did he go through so much trouble to get the black materia, which literally summons meteors?
That would explain why the supernova doesn't hurt him. He's not really there, just using those illusion powers of his. With all these powers, I can't believe Cloud and friends were able to take him down.
He's not invincible, but he's damn powerful. Ever persistent, Sephiroth departed with a final, chilling promise.
I will never be a memory.
Why does he sound so bored?
Okay, let's go.
2,000 years ago, a
Vergil.
great mutiny transpired in the underworld. The demon warrior Sparta rebelled against his evil master, Mundus. To protect the world, Sparta did his best to seal the connection between Hell and Earth.
But then Sparta got lonely, or maybe it was just a sausage fest in there. Either way, he snuck out of hell long enough to knock up this chick named Eva, and she popped out a couple of awesome demon slayers. Nice choice.
You may remember the younger of the two, Dante.
Oh yeah, he fought that witch chick with the hair.
But the eldest and potentially deadliest brother was the one and only Vergil.
Vergil and Dante were rivals from birth. Dante was a goofball. Vergil was serious. Dante hated his being a demon, and Vergil loved it. It's that classic odd couple scenario.
But then one fateful day, in an act of vengeance against the late Sparta, a group of rogue demons separated the two brothers and killed their mother. Vergil was believed to be dead. But in reality, Vergil survived and set out on his own path to seek his father's immense power for himself.
And he's 100% equipped to be a butt-kicking demon slayer just like his pops. As a half-demon, Vergil can jump several times his own height, move at supersonic speeds, and heal himself quickly, kind of like that Wolverine guy. He can tough out getting stabbed through the lungs, intestines, the heart, body parts I'm pretty sure most people need.
Not if my experiment has anything to say about it.
You say something, Wiz?
I said not if Vergil's abilities have anything to say about it.
Well, sadly for any
you sure said that.
human demon who gets in his way, Vergil also happens to carry some extra deadly weapons on hand, including a spiffy katana called Tomato.
Yamato.
It's said that this sword can cut through anything, even dimensions, and probably tomatoes. Actually, Yamato is the exact thing Sparta used to seal hell from Earth in the first place.
Vergil's sword-fighting prowess draws from his Dark Slayer fighting style, which emphasizes teleportation, lightning-quick movements, and even quicker slashes straight from the sheath. This technique is directly influenced by Iaijutsu, the real-life Japanese art of the quick draw. And thanks to Vergil's demonic powers, he can attack so fast the blade seems invisible.
Yeah, the only thing better than fighting with one sword is fighting with 8. With Vergil's ghostly summoned swords, he can turn himself into a living Beyblade, fire them like a machine gun, or make it rain!
Blades may be Vergil's bread and butter, but if he needs to focus on brute strength, he switches to Beowulf.
He can charge up blink-of-an-eye punches and kicks that hit like a cement truck made of lead and KO some of the toughest demons in just a few hits. And hey, looks like he digs Street Fighter.
There's one more trick up Vergil's sleeve. Thanks to his demon blood, he can access a form known as Devil Trigger. And this mode amplifies everything.
His strength, speed, and healing all get a huge boost, making him several times deadlier than before. Plus, he just looks badass.
In his quest to become as powerful as his father, Vergil's abilities skyrocket. He's taken down dozens of demons in the blink of an eye, and escaped an illusion from the sorcerer Arkham, which makes normal people go crazy.
But if anything's gonna show off what a son of Sparta can really do, it's pitting him against his bro. Sure, Vergil can easily avoid Dante's bullets, but why dodge them when you can spin your sword, line them all up, and fire them back? Like a boss.
In the same battle, they briefly created a 12-foot diameter open space in a heavy rainstorm with nothing but their sword swings. On average, storms can fill a cubic foot space with as many as 30 raindrops. So, Vergil and Dante must have destroyed 108,000 raindrops in less than a second.
If Vergil can swing his sword that fast, I bet he'd make a killing mowing lawns, or chopping meat at the deli, or giving haircuts, or doing that thing where he chops bad guys to pieces so fast they don't even realize they're dead yet. Like when he fought Beowulf. The monster, not the weapon. And then he punched him so hard he flew 55 feet up and hit the ceiling.
When comparing Beowulf's size to Vergil, he appears to be as large as an elephant. Given what's available, this seems like our best measure of Vergil's strength, but there is one issue. The Devil May Cry series makes frequent use of slow motion to depict the absurdity of these characters, and this could be a similar case.
So let's look at another slow-mo feat, the rainstorm fight.
At one point, the rain freezes in place for about 2.5 seconds, as Vergil and Dante keep moving, indicating a 14,500% speed increase in real time. Applying the same degree to the Beowulf punch gives us an acceleration speed of about 4,882 feet per second. With that in mind, we can apply our previous data to deduce the maximum height sand ceiling, and determine Vergil's striking strength to be nearly 720 million newtons of force.
That's a lot!
It matches Vergil's incredible toughness, too.
We already mentioned his super healing factor, but it's even more overpowered than you think. Vergil once got completely cut in half, but healed so fast that it's impossible to even notice.
And his regeneration ability can be worn down.
Yeah, that's how this weird jester guy beat him.
But it takes a lot to pull off, and Vergil can always just use Yamato to hop through dimensions to get away if he wants.
Sadly, Vergil never got to rule the demon realm like he wanted.
Instead, the Demon King Mundus permanently transformed Vergil into his puppet, irreversibly manipulating his mind in the process.
And then Dante kind of, exploded him. But 1 or 2 losses against someone who's basically goddamn Satan hardly makes him a weakling.
Hell and Earth trembles before the power of Vergil.
It'll be fun to fight with the Prince of Darkness.
Interesting.
If my father did it, I should be able to do it too.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But before we get to the bloody slicing and dicing, pick up some Blue Apron and slice and dice in your kitchen.
Okay. We got an introduction for both of them, and they both have some really interesting skills, powers, and all of that. Anyway, this is a tough choice, because I am not sure who I think is going to win this, even after watching this analysis. Both of them are really powerful, and I'm just not sure. I guess I would go for Sephiroth. I don't know why, I just feel like he might be the one to come out as a winner. I may be wrong, I may be right. I don't know before I check the death battle itself, but yeah, this is a tough choice, but I'm gonna go with Sephiroth. And if I'm wrong, cool, I guess. And yeah, so let's just get this death battle over with and see who's gonna win this. Okay, let's end this right now.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
You are powerful. I can see it.
Who are you?
Okay,
Your despair.
let's see who is gonna win. Okay.
Okay, you're strong. But are you fast enough? Don't move.
I suppose it can't be helped.
Very interesting.
They're fake. Stop wasting my time. You're going down.
Behold the truth.
What is that?
Supernova. I saw you could pierce the fabric of our dimension, so I cast an illusion to disguise this. Witness oblivion.
Oh, he's getting burned.
Free. So you are.
I knew it! It will be Sephiroth. I had a feeling about that.
These two were extremely powerful swordsmen, but Sephiroth's cunning and stronger abilities led to his victory.
Wait a minute, I thought the lore said Vergil's sword could cut through anything. Why didn't it cut through Sephiroth's sword?
Yamato was a unique weapon, but its legend clearly exaggerated. On multiple occasions, it's clashed with Dante's blade and even a common rocket launcher without cutting through either, and sometimes requires an exuberant amount of force to cut through tougher material. But let's discuss the real facts.
Like strength. So Vergil with Beowulf could do 720 million newtons, right? But there aren't a lot of good Sephi strength feats to compare.
First, let's compare Sephiroth to a fellow first-class member of the soldier fighting force, who had also been experimented on with Genova cells, Zack Fair.
Remember him? He's the Knot Cloud guy who fought that dragon.
At his peak, Zack could cut through a large metal door with one swing, seemingly with most of his strength. Given the size and width of the door, this feat's sheer strength comes out to 980 million newtons.
And Seph was
That's
way
pretty
stronger
impressive.
than Zack. In fact, if we look at their strength stats when they fought that dragon, Sephiroth was 3.5 times stronger than Zack.
Putting Sephiroth's strength output at over 3 billion newtons. That's almost as much force as 30 Hiroshima bombs.
Strength isn't everything, though.
Cool.
Vergil was technically faster than Sephi, but Sephiroth has handled people of similar speeds before. Plus, Sephiroth could survive plenty of hits because his healing power is broken.
The capabilities of Vergil's healing factor was nearly unprecedented, but it had its limits. In contrast, Sephiroth's healing abilities were only limited by his pool of magic, which was unlimited.
Well, he also had to take some time to cast each healing spell, but that's why he distracted Vergil with his illusions.
We know Vergil was susceptible to illusionary and mental attacks, as it's happened to him multiple times and even led to his in-canon demise.
And Sephiroth's illusions could hide his ultimate technique. Yeah, Vergil's healing was pretty awesome, but it was never gonna hold up under an exploding sun to the face.
Vergil put up a good fight, but he couldn't match Sephiroth's superior strength, magic, and techniques.
Looks like this devil's cried for the last time.
The winner is Sephiroth.
Yeah. Congrats, Sephiroth.
Banner play Wiz. If you want to get the fight music for this episode of Death Battle, just click the link in the description and you can pick it up on iTunes.
You can get music from Thor vs. Wonder Woman, Naruto vs. Ichigo, a bunch of death battles.
And if you want exclusive commentary on this episode, then click that box right over there in the corner.
Thank you so much for joining us for Death Battle Season 4. We're excited to show you some awesome episodes next year in Season 5.
Coming back, February. Okay, that was that. Interesting Death Battle, as I may say so myself. Actually enjoyed a whole lot, to say it like that. It was interesting, pretty cool, and yeah, I did enjoy this one though. It was great animation, introduction was okay too. Yeah, and I was kinda right, Sephiroth won, and I'm happy I was right. I was able to see I was right. Or who was actually going to win. Anyway, with that said, we are taking a break with Death Battle for a while, apparently now, because Season 4 is done. Season 5 seems to be coming back in February, so that's cool. So, I guess I have to see you guys back in February for the new Espen vs. Death Battle video, but I will probably post a few more, a couple of videos before that time. I have, for example, I have a Game of the Year video coming up sometime soon. It's gonna come up sometime between Christmas and New Year, so stay tuned for that one if you're interested. Either way, yeah, I have a top 5 video for Death Battle that I should be posting out. Season 2. It's been a while since I posted Season 1, and I should do Season 2 right away, pretty much. And yeah, that one is probably coming in January, but we'll see about that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. I really hope you did enjoy this. And yeah, with that said, congrats to Sephiroth, and I really hope you guys did enjoy this. You can always find the original video linked in the description below. You will just check it out for yourself without my reaction. And give Screw Track and subscribe because I really do deserve it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And Minochu243 signing out. Merry Christmas, everyone.